Hi there everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew. It is fantastic to have you here with me again. Enjoying these outdoor reviews. I've been getting some, positive feedback about being outside and while doing these reviews, and to be honest, it just feels good being outside for a little bit. So here we go. I thought I'll continue on with part 2 of my Hellyers Road whiskey review. There will be 3 of these videos altogether. I've done one previously, so you can go back and watch the first one that I have done on the Hellyers Road 10-year-old original. I'll also set up a playlist of these reviews so that you can view them all together all at once as well. Now, in this video, I'll be reviewing the Hellyers Road Pinot Noir single malt. Bought it at 46.2%. I'll normally don't like to do this too often, but I'll read the I'll read some of the back of the bottle label just for a bit of information about this particular bottling. So here we go. It's saying this unique Pinot Noir Finnish whiskey has been aged in American white oak barrels and finished off for up to 6 months in French oak, previously used by a local award-winning Tasmanian winery. This unique vatting, marrying and finishing in Pinot Noir casks delivers an abundant flavor of citrus fruits, lemon and orange, with a sweet, gentle layer of pepper and spice, a tantalizing single malt experience. So, all in all, that sounds quite interesting. Let's get into it and see what I get. I normally don't always like to read some of these flavor profiles given by the distilleries until after I've done a review. I do kind of find that they can sometimes be a bit suggestive and may influence my opinion, but I'll try and as best as I can, I will try not to focus on that too much. So here we go. If you've already watched the first video of the 10-year-old, you will notice already that this is a darker definitely a darker whiskey than what the other one was. The 10-year-old was much lighter in color. This obviously has a lot more barrel influence, I would say. It's a bit more orangey, starting to go a bit more on the darker red side. So here we go. Again, as well, judging from the 10-year-old, this is also a bit thin. It's got a little bit of legs, but not too much, but still more than the 10-year-old. Then let's get on with the tasting. Let's see what we get for the nosing. Alright, here we go guys, cheers. Alright, so again, there's that apple note that I had gotten from the 10-year-old. That's definitely still there. This time it feels more like a apple juice. Definitely sugary, got that honey sweetness to it. You do have to kind of dig around for it a bit, but there is a little bit of orange or some type of citrus zest definitely going on there. Now, I mentioned in the 10-year-old there was this kind of like young solvent note that was there. It was a note that I was not very fond of. Now, so far that is following through. But it is definitely nowhere near as strong or dominant as what it is in the 10-year-old. So I'm hoping that maybe that wine cask finish is helping to kind of round off that note. Alright, I think that's all I'm getting for now. I mean, normally pears go along as well when I get that apple note, so there is a touch of pear as well, but it's nothing too dominant. Okay, let's get on with the tasting. Cheers. Alright, very thin, but you do get kind of a decent mouthfeel from it. This is definitely a much better experience than what the standard 10-year-old is. It's very woody. There's a touch of, wood char coming through. So there's a lot of barrel influence coming through in this particular whiskey. This is an NAS, so I am not too sure what the age is of this particular whiskey, but being that it's an Australian whiskey, it's definitely at least a minimum of 2 years old. Okay, let's see. All right. Again, those apples come through. I've noticed that the it definitely has that orange zesty zing coming through to it now. Again, I mentioned the wood notes. I'm also getting a lot of wood spice. I wouldn't call it a pepperiness, but it's definitely a slight spicy note going on there. I say there's again a touch of vanilla. There's not a lot happening, but what this one has is a lot more well balanced and much more well rounded than what the 10-year-old is. So far this is definitely a big improvement on the 10. The finish is light, very mellow, very easy. It's quite enjoyable. It doesn't really repeat on you and give you any funky flavors at all, but again, those apple notes are there. You will definitely notice those wood notes, that barrel char, and then ever so slightly there's like a vanilla note that rises up amongst that as well. So again, all in all, a good experience with this one. I'm really glad that that solvent note hasn't really followed through on the palate. Again, it was there on the nosing, but after that it went away and it became quite an enjoyable whiskey. So I think if I was able to get it for a decent price, the Pinot Noir Hellyers Road is definitely something that I would consider to buy and to have in my collection on a, I guess, a semi-permanent basis. But for now, I'll stick with this one and I'll leave it at that. Now, the next video will be part 3 and the final video of this Hellyers Road series. So don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button and also the bell notification so that you can stay up to date with all future content. And don't forget to leave me a comment. Just tell me something. Did you enjoy the video? Did you not? What kind of content are you hoping to see? Are you enjoying seeing a lot of these Aussie whiskies that I'm bringing to you? And yeah, that's it. My name's Andrew, and I'll see you all again on the next chat. Keep this.